ready, Ray? Yes, sir. Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our virtual Dawg Days orientation program. Dawg Days is our version of orientation for all of our new students, and I'm glad that you could be able to join us today. Our philosophy here at Eastern is our students are our students no matter where they're located, whether you're online, not living in New Mexico, or you're actually on the Portales campus, that you're our student, and we want to take care of you and provide the resources that we can and share those with you, and that's what we're here to do today. For some of you, the biggest adjustment will be for you and your family would be the adjustment from high school to college. There's a lot less structure in the college environment. Doesn't matter if you're living in the residence hall, if you're living in an apartment, if you're living at home. There isn't someone there to tell you when assignments are due, when things need to be done, to wake you up, to keep you on track. It's a big adjustment from somebody that has usually had some more structure in their life to go into a college environment where a lot of those structures have gone away. Because of that, time management is always an issue in adjustment to college. You need to keep on track of your assignments, keep on track of your readings, keep on so you don't get behind. So those are some of the things that I wanted to share with you to remind you to do. Lastly, for this is Eastern does not have an attendance policy. So in order for you to get the best and the most out of your college education, you need to attend the classes, keep up with everything. But we don't have an attendance policy. Some faculty members do, but in general, the university does not have an attendance policy. We leave that up to each instructor in each class. So it's up to you to get the value out of your college education and put the effort and time into it. Along with what I said earlier, some of the things that students are going to find and family members will find are the adjustment to college. You know, there might be some struggles that come along the way, whether they're personal, social, academic, whatever that might be. If you find yourself in that situation, please reach out to us. We are here to assist you. And I'll ask my information to be placed on the chat box or whatever later, but I'll give it to you now, and we'll repeat it throughout. But my email address is jeff, J-E-F-F, .long, L-O-N-G, @enmu.edu. And the office phone number is 575-562-2221. So please call or email me if there's anything that we can do. That's what we're here for. If there's anything that you run into trouble with, you're difficulty with, please email or call the office, and we will solve the problem together. We'll sort it out and solve the problem together. Along with, we provide all of the services for our students here in person that we provide to our online students. So that includes tutoring, advising, counseling, all of those services are available to you in the online format. You can find them on our website, or again, if you have struggle finding some things, you can just give our office a call, which I gave you the number, or send me an email, and we'll get you connected to the right office. The other thing I wanted to share with you is one of the things we learned through the pandemic, because nobody was in person, is how to deliver our programs and services online. So even though you are not here on campus to participate in some of our in-person activities, programs, and presentations, we have a hybrid approach. So some of those and most of those programs will be available online. So it doesn't mean that because you're not living in Portales that you can't participate in movie night or bingo or any of the other things, lectures that we provide. Those would be available online. We send out regular email messages to all of our students with the information of how to participate, whether there's a link or how to access that program or service. So please pay attention to your ENMU email for those events and lectures and programs, and take advantage of them. I think it'll be helpful to make you a well-rounded student here at Eastern. So that's all that I needed to cover today. Again, I'll thank you for participating. And I'll be around, we'll all be around to answer any questions at the end of this. And for the next presentation, I'm going to introduce our chief of our Department of Public Safety, Chief Malden.
Hi, I hope everybody is doing well, and we're ready to get started for an exciting new semester. I'm Brad Malden. I'm the Chief of Police and Director of Public Safety here at Eastern New Mexico University. I've been in law enforcement for approximately 22 years. I've been the Chief of Police for about 12 years, and we look forward to serving the students of Eastern New Mexico University. Some of the most common questions that I get from parents are related to the types of crime or criminal activity that we see on campus. The majority of what we see is related to opportunistic theft. A lot of those are very, very preventable by taking some simple precautionary measures, such as locking dormitory doors, also locking vehicle doors, keeping valuables out of plain sight. Some other things that I always like to cover tie into emergency management. We have a very robust mass communication system that is tied into Alertus, Everbridge. It gives us the ability to send out mass text messages, email, actually to also take over desktop computers to provide information, and that can serve as a valuable resource for students. Please encourage students to update their information and contact information with Eastern New Mexico University. The other question is how do I, as a parent, enroll in those systems? The easiest way to enroll in those systems to receive abbreviated messages is to text ENMUP for Eastern New Mexico University Portales. So ENMUP to 888-777, and that will enroll you for emergency alerts for a year in our system. Once again, it will be an abbreviated or a message to compared to what our students, faculty, and staff receive on campus. And at the end of the year, the system resets in July. And so if you're interested in continuing that enrollment after July, you would need to, once again, text ENMUP to 888-777. Some of you may have special events on campus that you're going to attend, and you may not want to receive notifications for a full year. So if you're down here for a football game, basketball game, and you want to receive emergency alerts, you can text ENMU GH for ENMU Greyhound to the same number, 888-777, and that will enroll you for emergency notifications for 1 day. If once you enroll at 3 a.m. the following morning, the system will purge the data. And that way you don't have to worry about getting some of those text messages that come out throughout the year related to university closures, inclement weather, whatever they may be. But that is a tool and a resource that we have available. Also, the university requires that all students driving motor vehicles that will be operated on university property or parked on university property are required to register with the department. If they bring their driver's license, vehicle registration into the Department of Public Safety, located at 229 South Avenue K, across from Curry Hall, we will get them registered. Motor vehicle registration is free to all students. There is no priority parking, I should say, or reserve parking on campus. Students are able to park anywhere where there is an available space and that is also not a yellow curb or where parking is prohibited. They can register as many vehicles as they would like. And the reason that it's so important and the reason that we don't charge is because it's aside to major emergency management initiatives in terms of knowing who we have on campus, being able to identify our students on campus. It also provides us with emergency contact information. for students in case we have to make notifications. And so that's one of our other initiatives that we have. We do provide a service where we will give rides to students on campus if they're not feeling comfortable. Some of our departments stay open late. For example, the library, the University Computer Center. If for whatever reason they're not feeling comfortable walking back to their dormitory, they can call the ENMU Police Department, and we will make sure that they get back safely to their dormitory. We do run a regional dispatch that dispatch for your local fire departments and also your police departments, but there's a way that your students can circumvent that by calling 575-760-2945, and that will take them directly to a ENMU police officer after hours, so they don't have to worry about some of the prioritization and call turfing that takes place in most dispatch centers. If for some reason they dial our office number after hours, the 575-562-2393 number, it will automatically transfer to the after hours cell phone number in case they forget about it. So that's just a brief summary of some of the services that we provide. We are a full service law enforcement agency. Our officers do have arrest powers. We do have investigators within the department. To put it into perspective, our top 4 law enforcement officers at the department have over 100 years of law enforcement experience. I don't know if that's really touting our experience or touting the fact that we're old, but it is something, and we look forward to serving the students. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Dr. Long and the rest of the Campus Life crew.
Go ahead, Nick.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Matty Werner. I am the Director of Food Services here for Sodexo at Eastern New Mexico University. Here to give you a brief overview of meal plans and dining options here on campus, whether you're online or whether you are actually residing on campus. The locations that we operate here is the Campus Union Building. We have the Crossroads Cafe Dining Hall, which is open from 7:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Continuous dining, food is always available for you. Access to that facility is based on a number of swipes that you have on your meal plan. I'll talk about that in just a minute. Another option you'll have is Einstein's, located in the library. That's a very, very popular place. And then we have 2 more locations in the Campus Union Building, Greyhound Cafe, which serves proudly brewed Starbucks coffee and other items from that menu design, as well as our Wow chicken wing eatery, basically chicken wings and hamburgers and things of that nature. So those are the locations available to you, as well as student catering. If you're a student that's residing on campus in either Curry, Eddy, or Guadalupe Hall, you'll have an option with housing to choose one of 4 meal plans. One meal plan called Carte Blanche allows you unlimited swipes into the Crossroads Cafe dining facility, whether it's for a piece of fruit, a full meal, whatever the option is for you. The other options available will be an option 19 plan, an option 14, and an option 10. The 19, 14, 10 dictates how many swipes, meal swipes you'll have available during a particular work week. So the meal plans run from September through Sunday. So you'll have 19 options to use your swipe at Crossroads Cafe. Each of those meal plans also come with what we call flex dollars. For example, the 19 meal plan has $250 in flex. That flex dollars is a dollar for dollar transaction that you can use at Einstein's, Greyhound Cafe, or the Wow Cafeteria. The option 14 has $450 in flex, while the option 10 has $650. Please note that any flex dollars that you do not use in the fall semester will carry over into the spring. So if you had the option 19 with a 250 flex, you only spent $50 in flex. The 200 that you left in the fall is going to add to your 250 in the spring. But remember, the options 19, 14, and 10 are truly the number of meals that you have available for that particular week. Now, let's say you're not on campus or you're a commuter student. You have options as well. We have what we call block plans. Block plans go from 80 blocks with a $250 flex. 80 blocks means you have 80 swipes that you can use on campus and $250 in flex. Then there's a 50 block with 175 in flex and a 35 block with $275 in flex. And there's also a $250 commuter meal plan, which is strictly flex dollars. Please note that we're here to help serve you. I am typically at the resident dining hall. Come see me. I do have an ENMU email as well as a Sodexo email, which is published on our website. And then also in the housing and campus life facilities, we have these meal plan brochures, which detail the information about meal plans that are available for students on campus and off campus. So these are readily available. We also have a link on the ENMU website to Sodexo, talks more about the meal plans. And then we also have an application called Bite, which is an app that you can download on your phone, which allows you to actually see the menu that's available that day in the resident dining facility, so you can help decide where you want to eat that day. Again, thank you for your time this morning, and look forward to serving you this semester as well as in the spring. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Brent Small. I'm the Director of Financial Aid here at ENMU, and I'm coming to you from our office where we are busily finishing up the start of the semester and getting ready to pay everyone's financial aid. We are open until 5 o'clock today, so that if you're on campus or moving in, you're welcome to come by and see us. If you're not on campus, you're welcome to call us. You will need to leave a message and we will get back to you before the end of the day. But we just are not staffing phones this morning. So our office hours are Monday to Friday from 8 to 5 throughout the semester. For the first week of classes, we'll stay open until 6 o'clock for all of those last minute needs. And if you'll check the chat box, I just posted our contact information for phone and email and our building location. So if you need to come see us, you can do that in SAS room 107. Dr. Wong mentioned earlier that there is not an attendance policy on our campus, and that is true. However, you do have to go to and attend and participate in those classes in order to be eligible for your financial aid and scholarships. And your faculty members will be recording that attendance at the end of our drop add period, which is on the 24th of August. So you have until the 24th to add and drop classes. Susan Cramp will be talking about that shortly. But on Wednesday, the morning of the 25th, we will capture attendance to make sure everyone's in and attending their classes and participating, and we'll proceed to disperse financial aid soon after that. So there are lots of information regarding financial aid, and we find that each student's particular situation is unique. So if you have questions or concerns, or you're just not understanding something, please reach out to us and we'll get you helped out as soon as we can. Like I said, financial aid will disperse on the 25th of August, but until then, all students, no matter their financial aid status, have the availability to charge their books and supplies through our campus bookstore, Barnes & Noble. Now, they do not have that option if you're using something like Amazon or Cheggs, but if you do use Barnes & Noble, and that includes their online tool, you do have the ability to charge those books and supplies to your student account so that you're paying one rolled up bill of tuition, fees, room, board, and books and supplies. You can find more information about that on the Barnes & Noble website, linked from our homepage. There's also the homepage for financial aid, linked from our homepage under admissions and current students. And so with that, I will pass off to Susan Cramp. And if you have questions, please throw them into the chat box, or we will hang out until our session's over to answer those lots. So thank you.
Hi, Hi, good morning. My name is Susan Cramp. I'm the director of the Advising Center here at ENMU. I am going to, I have a brief slideshow. It literally is just a few slides just to make sure that we can kind of get this information out. And I will put my information in the chat function. So just something for parents to, let me just move this. Something for parents to kind of check in with their son or daughter is if they graduated from a New Mexico high school, you want them to please have them double check their class schedule to make sure that they are registered for 15 hours if they're from New Mexico. Sometimes over the summer, classes might have been canceled, departments might have canceled a class and dropped a student from there. They were supposed to email the students to their Eastern email account. So just please have your son or daughter double check their high school class schedule. Their college schedule. It is very, very important that ENMU students start using their ENMU email on a daily basis. If they came and got registered, whether in person or virtual, and they have not checked their email all summer, they probably have a few emails in there. So please encourage your son or daughter to check their ENMU email on a daily basis. Financial aid sends stuff to their Eastern email account, advising instructors. So it's very important. We also want to remind students, and I will talk to the students tomorrow just to remind them, but to print their class schedule or pull it up on their phone if they are taking in-person classes, because classroom locations might change from when they first got registered in April or May, or even if they got registered a couple weeks ago. If they're taking in-person classes, those locations might have changed to a different classroom. I also want to remind parents that if you log into your son or daughter's account or they pull up their information, they will have a hold from the Advising Center. That is an AC hold. It is not a negative hold. It doesn't affect financial aid. It doesn't affect scholarships. It doesn't affect them swiping their card in the dining hall. It only stops students from making changes to their class schedule without talking to an advisor first. We want to make sure that the student is taking the correct classes that they need for their degree. So that will remain on their account for 3 semesters. The Advising Center, we will continue to monitor freshmen, whether they're in person, whether they're online, through our early alert system. So if an instructor is concerned of a student's performance, whether they didn't do so well on an exam or they're showing up late or not showing up at all, they will submit an early alert and our office will outreach to that student. And like I said, whether they're online or whether they're in person, we will outreach to the student via email, via phone. If they're here on campus, we will even contact the residence hall so we can get them. So just wanted you to know that your son or daughter, they're going to be checked on. We're going to make sure that they're doing okay. With that said, our office cannot talk to parents if there is not a FERPA form on file. That stands for the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act. That is something that was completed either online through their student portal. If you have questions about that, we can answer your questions. It's on the student portal, but we'll help you figure that out. So if you call the university and you want to know, how much does Bobby owe? I want to pay on their account. Nobody can tell you if that FERPA form is not on file, and the students have to complete that. So just make sure that your son or daughter has completed that FERPA form. Like Brent mentioned, the drop and add deadline is August 24th at 6 p.m. The Advising Center, we are located in the Student Academic Services building. I will put this in the chat function. We are open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday during the regular semester, and we're here today until 5. So that's one of the reasons why I'm in my office and not with everybody else, is that we are busy. But students, they can email us from their Eastern email account and include their ID number. This upcoming week, we are open until 6 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Friday, we close at 5. You're welcome. Parents are welcome to follow us on our Twitter for important dates, workshops, and information. I'll also give this information to the students. We're at ENMU Advising on Twitter. I am going to put my contact information here on this slide, but I will put it in the chat function as well. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Miss Leticia Schneider, the first year seminar coordinator.
Hi, everyone. My name is Leticia Schneider. I am the first year seminar coordinator. Our goal is to help the students to identify, locate, and utilize the campus resources that are available for the overall student while here at Eastern. Some of the topics that we cover in our classes have to do with career exploration, time management, study and test taking strategies, financial aid, adapting to learning in a new environment, wellness management, interpersonal communications, making relationships within the campus, and also going out into our community. The first year seminar courses work with the advising office, just like Susan said, and we have them come in. We can talk one-on-one with an advisor, and we also make sure that they know how to get their schedules ready for the spring. We also work with the financial aid office. We do have financial literacy that we go over in our classes, and so that is some of the biggest things that we cover in with the first year seminar groups. If you have any questions, or if you would like to know more about freshman seminar, we do go out and we encourage our students to go out into the campus and go to different campus events and attend again some of the things that happen here at Eastern. So I hope you have a great day and go Greyhounds. Dr. Long will be here if you have any questions.
Well, again, I'd like to thank you for joining us this morning. If there's any questions that anyone has, you can please type them and we will do our best to answer them. Not, you obviously have all of our contact information and ways to get in touch with us should you have questions that come up later or even during the semester. So please reach out to us. Are coming any questions, right? No? Okay, we don't see any questions coming forward. So again, thank you for attending and have a great rest of your day. Thanks.